The World Wrestling Federation. For over 50 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment.
Woo, yeah! The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Money isn't everything, it's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. Shove that control into a nosedive, Hulk Hogan. Will you stop?
All right, let's go over to Sean Mooney.
And what's he gonna do when Hulkamania destroy you?
Ooh, yeah, that's right. It is the Retro Roundtable, episode 16, and I'm the man of the hour, too. So weak to be sour, the one man with no Instagram, Kinny, Killa. Now, people, you know, Saturday, you know what time it is, you know, once a month. Have to, you know, have my partner in crime on the show, the cookie cutter podcaster himself, Mr. Michael Cook.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome indeed. Welcome indeed.
I love doing with Vince McMahon.
I know.
I was going to say that was a really good Vince.
By the way your voice sounds, Gates, you could probably do a good Vince right now too.
Welcome everyone to Wrestlemania.
See, that was spot on. Segheads, just in case you didn't notice, and if you didn't hear last time, we do again have on the show Gates and Dave, the hosts of Attitude of Aggression Wrestling Podcast. Welcome, brothers.
Hey, we are so glad to be back here
Always
with you
a
today. Even if Gates is not going to be at 110% old Gator level.
I see I'm at 150%. That's better than 100%,
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? Just to have you on, even if you didn't say nothing, it doesn't matter. We know you're there. We know you're there, so it's all
Just
good.
here getting drunk. Yeah,
Hey,
that's
we got Steve Austin is in studio today. Hey,
Sad
Steve.
Dave.
Wait, Steve wants to say something. Are these the boys from England? Yeah, these are the guys from England. Well, goddamn guys, I just want to say I'm really glad that you boys let a couple of jobbers like Gates and Dave on your show to spend some time, because these guys are driving me crazy with these fucking stories about Jack the Poon Slayer Tunney. I can't take any more of this shit, Kitty. Thank you so much for having the boys on. Hershey's just about had enough of this shit. She's gonna get out of here. So yeah, you guys go out. Gates, I'm gonna take the moonshine from you. Is that okay, boy?
I guarantee. First of all, Steve Austin, ladies and gentlemen, I guarantee that Jack Tunney slayed fucking Luna, but more on that later.
Hey, listen, he went in on the main squeeze. That's what I'm saying. He went in on the main squeeze, and oh man, Hershey the wonder dog.
Hershey the wonder dog.
Well, you know, Hershey's been hanging out with all these other mutts and these bitches here, so you know, Hershey just gets whatever Hershey gets. And
No, Austin, you're not going to cause too much trouble, are you?
Oh hell yeah! Goddamn, you know that's right, Mike. You know that's right, Cookie.
Promise me you've got pants on. That's all I want to know.
I know. Thank you.
Well,
this
you know,
guy Cookie is out of fucking control. He sits in the corner, fucking staring at me, no fucking shirt on.
Oh my god! In between the last show that we had, we have been listening very, very carefully. Don't you worry about that,
I've been doing
guys.
my research.
well,
Yeah.
I tried my best to keep Steve under control, but he's difficult. He's a legend, and when he wants to party, there's just not a whole lot you can say about. Oh goddamn, Dave, you know that's right. Well, thanks, Steve. I appreciate that.
Steve Austin, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
Here joining us. There you go.
Special guest on the Retro Roundtable. So.
Woo!
All right, boys, I'm out of here.
All right. Oh man, you know what happens on the Retro Roundtable, man? It gets crazy sometimes. It gets crazy. Retro Roundtable. We are on VOC Nation. Retro Roundtable sponsored today by Suplexes of the German and of the belly to belly kind. There is plenty of German and belly to belly suplexes on this show today, so yeah, we might as well be sponsored by them. Website Sunday Segue. podcast.wix.com/Sunday Segue. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. That's at Sunday Segue. Segue spelled SEGUE. Also, make sure you like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, on iTunes, Podomatic, Stitcher, and don't forget to download that Double Twist player. Right. So, as we always do in the intro, it is WrestleMania 10. So hit it, McMahon. So we get the show starting with McMahon introducing the one, the only, Little Richard. Who the fuck is Little Richard?
You've never heard of Little Richard?
I'm joking. I'm joking. Come on, man. Some of the sickheads out there is like, Little Richard? Who's Little Richard? What's up with that? Well, you know.
That might very well be true.
That's true.
But yeah, Little Richard doing his thing out there. Looking
the best in my opinion. The best opening to a Wrestlemania. I think he did the best national anthem, Big Dave.
Every time I see
God
this
does
guy,
shed. God does shed.
every time I see this guy, every time I see Little Richard, what I think about is Coming to America. Like, that's all I think. Mr. Randy Watson.
Sexual chocolate. It's all about sexual chocolate, Kenny.
Oh my god, love it, absolutely love it. And we have we've got McMahon with King Cookie.
Yeah, he's back after his. Well, do you want to get into it?
I don't even. Just do the backstory, Cookie, because you know we got to give the Seghead some backstory.
Well, it was supposed to be at Survivor Series in '93, but it just mysteriously disappeared of some sort of accusation. So he's just back now for the WrestleMania, so he's been gone a while.
Let's say he was poking some stuff in some wrong holes, and he wasn't meant to do that. He was not meant to do that.
Damn it, Jack Tunney! I told you to keep me out of your plans. Fuck.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be one hell of a show. Oh man, let's get into it. We start off the show. WrestleMania 10, Bret Hart versus Owen Hart. What a way to open this show. I mean, we've had, the storyline started from the last show, and it's continuing on to this show. It will continue on to many other shows because this lasted for years, which was great. But, oh man, just the beginning was great, Dave. Just the way that they, the whole crowd thought, they introduced the guy from Calgary, they think it's Bret Hart, and all of a sudden, Owen comes out, and they're like, boo! Stone him!
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's I mean, as far as like opening matches go at WrestleMania, this one I still think is the greatest opening match in the history of WrestleMania. I can't think of anything else that really tops that. And I mean, everything about this match is just, I mean, that's the great thing about WrestleMania 10 is that you've got this match and the ladder match. You've got two matches that are top 10 of all time potentially. Mm-hmm. And this match was clearly, I mean, yeah, but the intro was great with Owen coming out and everybody thinking Bret was coming out. And then, Bret comes out and just the story that was being told between these two brothers and the sibling rivalry that had finally just come to a head was just phenomenal stuff. No doubt about that.
Right, Gates, what do you think of Lawler doing the comedy role instead of Heenan, because there was a line where he said Stu would come out in his orthopedic tuxedo.
I fucking love Lawler because I feel like he legitimately did not like the Hart family. He was also going in on Helen Hart too, saying if she's watching this match, she has to be inches away from the screen in order to see it. Just the whole thing was fucking fantastic. The one thing that Heenan could match Lawler could match Heenan on was his hating on the Hart family, and I loved it. I really did.
Cookie.
Because
sorry.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I mean it's just this whole thing. I know this lasts a long time, but I'm very Lawler-esque with this view because it's kind of like always a case of like, hey, we're brothers. I'm better than you. I'm legitimate. I promise I'm legitimate. So I can see where Lawler's coming from if there's legitimate heat here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Kiss my foot. Cookie. Cookie. I just thought it was funny when they locked up. They locked up.
Oh yeah.
Let go, and Owen just shouts, "Yeah!" like he stole fucking Bret's girlfriend or something.
Yeah, he won the lock up and just cheered like, "Yeah!
I slayed more poon than you."
I slayed more poon than you, Bret.
What did Vince say? What is that? Some kind of victory?
As Jonah Hill likes to say, I'm the king of pounding Raj. He's just too much, man. It's just too much. But I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Owen, though, full on slaps Bret in the chops. He full on slaps him in the chops, Cookie. He slapped him so hard he could have turned American. Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a hell of a slap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
North to south of the border. But yeah, no, the whole match, the way the story was put together, the way the ring psychology, everything, you could tell that these guys have wanted to wrestle each other. You know, could you just imagine Brett in Vince's office just pitching this to him, you know, and Vince is just like, oh yeah, we gotta get your dad involved, and we gotta get your mom involved, and you know, we gotta get the whole, yeah. We gotta get everyone. Somebody's gotta take the sternum shot. We gotta put everything in. Put the whole kitchen sink, the whole family, everyone, all 11, 12 of you. Just get them all in the ring. Have a Royal Rumble. You know, Vince just gets carried away. You could just imagine him pitching it. This match was pretty much all Brett until Owen just connected with a spinning heel kick. I love that move. Owen just knew how to connect that, Dave.
Yeah, he did, and then from there, Owen really starts to demonstrate a level of skill that really I don't think people knew he had at that point in time. I mean, he certainly hadn't demonstrated that as the Blue Blazer or high energy teaming with Coco Beware or any of that crap. But yeah, I mean, Owen really showed at that point in the match that, you know, hey, this guy can really go, and he can match Brett hold for hold. And I love the intensity of Owen Hart, and I mean, just the way he sold this hatred for his brother, like when he has him in he's got him in that camel clutch, right? I mean, you're probably going to get to that later on, but just having him in the clutch and screaming at him, and McMahon's like, look at him screaming at his brother, Jerry, you know, and all his stuff. So, I mean, I thought Owen Hart was, the unsung hero of this match, because I don't really know if you can say Brett carried most of the match, yeah, but I mean, Owen really stepped up his game.
He had to, man. I mean, this feud was pretty much Owen's coming out party. It was just like all about trying to get Owen over, especially as a heel. And he did it in leaps and bounds. I mean, and then like you said, he's showing his techniques. The guy, he was just grounding Brett for ages, like you said, for ages and ages, until he just hits him with this horrible belly to belly suplex.
Oh, that was beautiful. I was just gonna say that was a beautiful belly to belly that like.
Oh man. Brilliant. It's just beautiful.
But I liked how Owen Hart was doing all these great moves, but cheating at the same time. So he'd have him in an arm lock and then do a flip, but then pull the hair at the same time. I thought, perfect. That's brilliant.
That's old school cheating.
Oh yeah.
That's that old school chain wrestler type cheating.
Yeah, that's the shit you miss now.
Yeah, I mean, but exactly. The way Owen does this is the entire match. You can tell. I mean, he portrays the. Sells the story that I've got to win this match at all costs, no matter what. And he does this the entire match, and then mixes in all this superior technical skill. So I thought, coming out party for Owen Hart, no doubt about it.
Gates, they went through a really, really good kind of exchange when Owen tries a suplex. Brett gets into the ring, like he reverses it. And then just a fucking horrible German suplex attempt, and then Owen reverses it into a beautiful German suplex. Like, it was nicely planted, it was just great, and it was a suplex that fucking Lesnar would have been proud of.
Yeah, and not only that, but it looked like fucking Hart landed, too correctly on his fucking neck, if you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, but I want to come to you with this one, yeah. Fucking Owen Hart nearly kills Brett with this fucking, this jumping tombstone. Like, it was horrible. He thought, you know what, it's WrestleMania 10, Taker ain't on the show, I'm just stealing this shit.
Oh, yes, somebody has to summon my Undertaker.
Slaying poo.
Oh man, what a tombstone. But finish comes, Gates. When Brett goes on the top rope, tries to go for that patented victory roll that he won King of the Ring with against Bam Bam Bigelow, the beast from the East. And then Owen just reverses it, or just shall I say, no sells it.
Yeah.
1-2 for the win. No.
It just kind of falls back on it.
We just kind of blocked it, actually. I mean, he stepped into it, blocked the momentum of Brett, and fell back on him and got the pin. I mean, it was very reminiscent of how Davey Boy got the pin on him at SummerSlam '92.
Mm-hmm. Now it made sense in it that Owen won. I don't think it would have made sense Brett winning here at all.
No, I think it makes sense. It's just a big upset, because even though it made all the sense back in 1994 when I was watching this, I didn't think Owen. I mean, if you look back on the totality of the pay-per-view now, it's like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. But when it happened, it was like, holy shit, Owen Hart just beat his brother. I didn't think he could do that. But yeah, in the grand scheme of how this whole event plays out,
Exactly.
it makes perfect sense. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys actually saw it live because you guys are a bunch of young whippersnappers. But for somebody like me who watched it live, I mean, it shocked the hell out of me. I was like, there's no way Owen Hart can beat his brother. I was like, well, that's going to screw up everything for the rest of the day. But, credit to WWE, they really used this as a launching pad for the rest of the event.
Well, just on that the way they ended that match just alone was so great because, first of all, kudos to Bret Hart for putting Owen over. But I mean, at the same time, that was a very respectable way to do it. Like, I'm not going to hit you with my finisher or something. That was a very old school style finish. You know what I mean? We've been battling. This has been kind of a chess game between two in-ring technicians, scientists, and it just makes sense that someone fucks up just a little bit. And I just thought that was a great way for Owen to get over. And yeah, like you said, Dave, it makes sense in the grand scheme of the rivalry, and it makes sense in the grand scheme of the pay-per-view. I especially like the way Owen Hart is in the back afterwards saying, after that beating I just handed you, there's no way you'll be able to compete later on for a world championship. So just this whole thing was done. These guys are definitely company men, and it showed out in this match.
Right, and if you knew the backstory of Vince, like you're talking earlier, Kenny, about him lobbying for Owen to get over, then it makes perfect sense. But of course, this is '94. The internet isn't really available yet. So yeah, I mean, it's one of the bigger upsets, I think, in WrestleMania history. But in the grand, you look at everything that happened at this event, it's like, well, maybe not such a big upset after all. Just all part of Vince's crazy master plan.
Mm-hmm.
I think it definitely made Owen Hart that night. I mean,
oh yeah,
it would have harmed Owen more if he'd lost.
Well, yeah,
people were just seeing him as the little brother.
Yeah.
And it launches him to the King of the Ring victory, and then you get that steel cage match at SummerSlam where you're really not sure if Bret's going to survive that thing. So yeah, it had a huge ripple effect.
I'm glad you mentioned SummerSlam '94 because I mean it's meant to be 2 shows after this, but it won't be because we're going to be looking at some other 90s stuff. So it is definitely one for the future. All right, so that was for me one of the best matches of all time. That was and just rewatching it again, man, it was just gave me goosebumps.
I agree with you completely. One of the top. It's easily top 10, maybe even top 5 greatest WrestleMania matches.
How can you say this is top 5, Dave, but we got Doink and Dink coming up?
Oh, dude, listen, Doink and Dink coming. Listen, we got the Fink getting a wig coming up.
Yeah,
like
Cy Sperling in the Hair Club for men. Come on,
Jeez.
we can't just overlook. I mean, after this, it's because of what happened at the end of Royal Rumble, Cookie, with that whole how many bitches. And because the Fink just didn't get enough at the end of that. He says, I got to do something.
I've got to do something.
I can't keep up with the Poon Slayer, so I got to do something.
Yeah. We've got Cy Sperling? Oh, get me out there.
He looked like a Lego figure. That headpiece made him look like a Lego figure, literally. Like, just paint his face yellow and he'll look all good. Jeez. But let's move on to the finer things of life. The Beast from the East. And the main squeeze, Luna Vachon, Dink and Doink. Oh, they're clowns. Oh, what the fuck was this, Cookie?
A year earlier, Doink was a psycho. and now they're just happy-go-lucky clowns for the kids. Not laughing and then looking like a crazy person. So stupid.
They left that role to Luna, the crazy person.
Every time I saw Dink as a kid, like I just thought he was like the most hilarious dude ever because he comes out and it's like he's just ear to ear grin and the way he used to run as well, like, and trip at the beginning. I don't know if you saw that, but he just ran and like little trip. He's like masking it off like I didn't really trip, guys. You didn't really see that. No, you didn't really see that. And he's just a dude, man. He is. Oh, fuck Hornswoggle, man. This guy is the original. Like
Dink definitely had a one-track mind against his match against Luna. He
was trying to slay some poon.
Spanking her ass and shit. Way to go, Dink.
He's trying to get down. He was trying to get down and dirty.
Here's the thing, though. Like you said earlier, fucking Doink was an insane clown. And it was fucking brilliant. And not only that, Doink is like a very talented wrestler. So he's, this fucking crazy clown. He's a really good wrestler. It's like as soon as they turn him face, the guy just, I don't know. There was just something missing from his performance. I mean, obviously this whole thing was, I guess, to put over Bam Bam Bigelow. This was just a joke match, I guess, of Wrestlemania. But it's like as soon as he turns face, he just is not that good of a wrestler. Just a complete shell of himself. So I thought that was disappointing. But I love how Jerry the King Lawler literally seemed amused with Dink this whole time. So every time Dink would do something, Jerry Lawler would hit that high pitched stuff like, "Look at me, man! Look at me, man!" So, that's Mr. Politically Incorrect Lawler.
Oh man, Cookie, I thought this was a weird dream, bro. Like, you got a midget clown touching his toes in midair. You got Bam Bam doing drop kicks. You got Luna fucking doing top rope dives onto little people. What, like, yeah. Is that the PC word?
Oh no! I just love it. I don't give a shit.
They're always gonna be midgets to me, Kenny.
Here. Swig of Hornitos for the working man.
There you go.
Yeah, swig of moonshine.
Gates is gonna pour some more moonshine
right now.
Where's the tin? Ding! Just spit the tobacco into the tin.
Jack Daniels with me right now.
Yeah, I saw that picture. Hey.
Well, Steve brewed up this stuff the other day. Is that the shit I brewed up the other day, Dave? Yeah, that's the good stuff, Steve. You know I didn't water that down, did you?
Oh man, how about the botch at the end, man? When Dink just gets squashed.
Dink trying to roll away.
Luckily, it was Luna that landed on him.
Oh yeah. Man, could you imagine? Oh.
And then the fucking announcer's just completely no-selling that it happened. Just completely no-selling that the fuck up happened. Just like, oh god, the clowns get away, basically. It's like, no, fucking Luna clearly landed on Dink, which, according to his previous behavior, he welcomed.
But Luna pushes him out the way and then sells it. Like, she missed. I don't...
Yes!
Oh man. Let's get off this crazy ish anyway, man. Jeez. Let's go on to some more madness though. But madness, I'm talking about macho madness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You see what I did there? Yeah. See what I did? Yeah. Cause what you did to Elizabeth. Alright, here we go. Savage versus Crush, Kona Crush. Who sold out. You sold out. He took a payout from Old Fuji. And here we get Savage versus Crush. Savage, man, comes out. Fans love him. He gets on the mic. What does he say on the mic? He just steals the mic from Fink and he goes, "Take it!" Like before.
No, he steals it and gives him an ooh yeah.
Oh, that's it. Oh yeah! Before Crush's theme song hits, and then Savage, Dave, just pelts it to the ring. He absolutely pelts it to the ring, and then
I gotta ask you guys though. I mean, this is the oddest Falls Count Anywhere match ever, because it's a combination. It's a hybrid Falls Count Anywhere, Last Man Standing, and Iron Man match all rolled into one. And but I thought it's great. Savage just rushes down to the ring, gets caught with a reverse atomic drop, gets his throat dropped across the guardrail.
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker for your troubles.
Yeah, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker too. Then gets dropped across the guardrail, and then Crush gets the first air quoting fall.
Dude, I thought that was it.
Yeah, I remember when I first watched this '94 WrestleMania, I thought that was it. I was like, what the fuck? That was the quickest fucking pinfall in the history of WrestleMania.
You've got 60 seconds to get how many bitches? You've got 60 seconds to get back to the ring, and it's like wow. I mean, and of course Randy makes it with 2 seconds to spare, just barely crawls back in. But I mean, it's a unique Falls Count Anywhere match. I think this is the precursor to what we normally consider Falls Count Anywhere. But
it seemed to be Falls Count Anywhere, but the ring.
Yes, exactly. You have to be because it's like, well, you have to return to the ring in 60 seconds. So yeah, you've got it, and you'll see that with the second fall, or if you want to call it that, when Savage gets his first victory of this thing.
The elbow, yeah.
Hits the elbow, and then he has to roll Crush his sorry ass out of the ring. So.
All right, guys, I got to pause a minute, right, before I throw my phone, because Cookie, Man United are 1-0 down to Bournemouth in 3 fucking minutes. The game has just started, and Junior Stanislas has decided to score. Fuck you, Junior Stanislas.
I think
Fuck
you need a drink, Kinny. I think you need
Listen,
a drink.
swig of fucking hornitos for this crazy motherfucker.
I'm about to down a little moonshine
I already
right
downed my
now for
moonshine,
you.
but-
Fuck you, Stanislas. This
Yeah.
one's for you.
Yeah, or can he just revert to the standard? Fuck you, Hogan.
Right, there you go. Fuck you, Hogan. Forgot about that. It's your fault too.
It's his fault.
All right, let's go back to this shit. We got salt, right? We got salt, we got ice, and all we needed for this match, all we needed from this match was a fucking hornitos. We had salt, we had ice, we needed some tequila for that shit. That's what we needed. Ice in the ice, just bucket of ice all the way over fucking what's his face. Salt in the eyes, hornitos. By the way, this match kind of went. I wouldn't surprise if fucking Savage just tugged a whole bottle of hornitos before he went into this match. He chugged on this shit.
Or he just did a couple lines. You know, it's all good. It's 1994, so.
You know,
a blender.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There you go.
well, you know, and you know, not to mention, I mean, yeah, they have the you know, the back and forth, but the way this match ends, if I may jump ahead, where
Go for
you know, Savage fucking rams Crush through the door, gets the pinfall on him, but then he goes to tie up Crush. But you know what I love about this? He goes to tie up Crush to hang him, and it's like Savage fucked up the knot. He fucked up the knot because Crush just, you know, like, they didn't cut the camera away quick enough because they leave the camera there a little longer, and it's like fucking Jerry Springer backstage.
It's Savage.
The fucking rope falls.
Yeah. Savage
like,
takes.
Jesus.
Savage goes through all that effort to tie that. He's even like holding it with his teeth so he can get it right.
Fucking Boy Scout 900.
Yeah, no, you're right. And then he's got it just enough so that he can kick Crush in the fucking chest and then walk back to the ring. And then, yeah, like Gates is saying, the camera stays on him and you see the knot collapse and Crush falls down and it doesn't
I can't
matter.
tie a knot.
He's just like, oh, fuck it. he's like, oh, fuck it. It's like a skit out of fucking Saturday Night Live. He walks away and all he is, like it's like him falling down. Oh man, he wins the match anyways. He's like, fuck you, Crush. I won anyway.
Randy Savage, you're still a legend. Rest
But
in
yeah,
peace, and you're my childhood hero.
That's the thing, that as kind of weak as this match was, it's Randy Savage's last WrestleMania
It's Randy
match.
fucking Savage.
That's such a shame.
Man, made
It
me
is.
sad. Made me
It
sad.
is, but hey, it's better than coming in on a camel like the year earlier, or whatever the hell. Oh, he got brought in. He got brought in on that sedan, so to speak. And,
Oh man.
he wrestled this year. So,
Yeah.
count for something.
Jeez. Oh man. All right, let's move on. We have Alundra Blaze versus Leilani Kai. Ooh yeah.
Where the hell did they drag Leilani Kai out from?
I
Or as
don't know.
Cyndi Lauper would call her, Lani Kai. You know, it's like, can't you pronounce Leilani, you dumb bitch? So it's like, give me a break. But yeah, she was at the first WrestleMania defending the title, and then I don't think she'd been seen in 9 years. She certainly looked like she hadn't seen the ring in 9 years.
Oh man.
And then they bring her out for this match. It's like, fuck.
It looked like she ain't seen daylight in 9 years. Jeez. But it was the way. It was
But
the way.
She'd seen a few buffet lines, it looked
Oh,
like.
yeah.
Hey, stop this. There's nothing wrong with a little thickness on a woman.
Oh,
Take it back, Dave.
Hey, I weren't talking about the thickness, man. If there is no thickness on a woman, it's not a real woman. Put it that way. But
There we go. But no, I second all your guys' little fucking joshing on Leilani Kai. What the fuck? Like, she comes out, even the fans are just kind of like perturbed by the whole thing. Like, what is this?
It's like, wait, we've had, like, the women's title has been, like, you know, dormant for 3 years.
Yeah.
We resurrect it, put it on Alundra Blaze in this tournament, and this is the best shit we can come up with for the 10th anniversary of wrestling. I mean, Moolah was sitting there in the audience. They might as well.
yeah,
put
Mae
it
Young.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have rather seen Moolah jump in there. She would have given her a better match too.
But the
And
funny
you have
thing is,
King
though,
there. Yeah,
the
get a
way that
puppies
they're
match going.
the way they're trying to portray this thing, though, look at her opponents. They got Alundra Blaze looking all slim and slender, right? Then you've got Leilani Kai. Then you've got Bull Nakano. Then you've got Bertha Faye. Then you've got, who else did she face? Aja Kong. It's like, look at the line of women she's faced, right?
She faced Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan.
Shaka Khan. Oh man, but King was like, oh, Alundra Blaze, $1 million body with a 10% face.
That's an accurate description.
Yeah,
Was this before the nose job?
I think so. I think so. But I mean, what are you going to say about this match, right? She just dicks around and nails a German suplex and gets a bridging German suplex and gets a win. I mean, you can't analyze this match.
Yeah, crowd wasn't even interested.
No one cared.
You could analyze the match.
You could
listen,
analyze it, but analyze no.
I got 4 points, right? King, $1 million body, 10-cent face. Next one, they were really trying to push Alundra Blaze. She got pyro, right? Next, crowd weren't interested. Next, she was a worker. Finish match with a lovely German superlex. And then that was it. Done.
I think that's a very adequate description of what happened, Kenny.
Yeah,
Done.
definitely.
So, let's move on to Man on a Mission. Oh my God.
I thought the New Day was coming out when I watched
So did I. When I heard Oscar, that's my first line. When Oscar started talking, I thought it was Big E. Literally.
It would have been so much better if Big E said, "Oh, New York City!"
You throw your hands in the air and wave them like I just don't care.
Hey, they got the fucking trap. They got the trap jumping with that fucking entrance.
They did.
Cookie was turned up on this shit.
Oh, it's like, at least the New Day, they remember their lines. Oscar just seemed as though he was just saying, yeah. Say something else.
It's just the way he goes.
Who the hell is Oscar anyway? What is this guy?
I don't know. It's just the way he goes. Nobody. It's just the way he sings. It's like nobody, everybody, anybody, scream.
I'm hearing a lot of haters right now. I am hearing a lot. I am hearing three haters.
Next America's gone, so there can be haters again.
Zeb Coulter would be on his little fucking scooter chair, not pleased by this display, gentlemen.
Oh man,
don't be player hating.
Don't get Uncle Zebekiah on me, please, man. we still got to tackle the Godwins. Don't worry about that. We still got to tackle that in good time. But here comes Raven in his crisp green wedding suit. Like he was dressed to the nines.
He was.
He was dressed to the nines. Man, Mabel was a big dude, man.
Yeah, Mabel was a big dude in a really bad costume, as was Mo.
Oh man!
And I mean, Mo and Mabel. Jesus, I mean.
Now we know.
I just watching this match back. I'm like, these guys just weren't that good.
Oh
man!
The Quebecers actually were.
I mean, watching this, would you think he'd become King Mabel a year later?
Oh man!
And almost kill Diesel in SummerSlam. I can't picture it.
No, I know it's weird.
Yeah, you look at all the lineage of the King of the Rings, and you got all these technical superstars like Bret Hart, Owen Hart, even Steve Austin, and then Mabel. How many bitches? Wait, what's going on here? So,
well, shouts out the Quebecers getting the double suplex though on fucking Mabel.
Oh man,
did not think
I got that there. I got that down too, man. I got that down. But now we know where who fucking inherited Mabel's fucking costume. Nia Jax on her debut.
You're right. Holy shit, she did.
Shit.
Is there any relation there? Maybe it got willed to her or something.
Maybe, maybe.
So much
rest in peace for old Mabel, Viscera, or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Nelson Frazier Jr.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, rest in peace, dog.
We will do what WWE didn't do and say rest in peace. Since they fucked up, didn't even acknowledge it. So.
Yeah, man. But King, another line. When I heard Mabel was baptized, I heard he had it done in SeaWorld.
Yes, that's right. That was excellent. What a great line by Jerry.
Oh my god. And oh man, the Quebecers, Cookie. They started thinking they were fucking cruiserweights doing planchas over the top rope.
Oh, that was unbelievable. That which is it? Pierre
Lafitte.
That jump over the top rope was brilliant.
It was the way
graceful as Ryback, right, guys?
Oh man. It was the way fucking Jacques Rougeau was like, let me just hold your hand here. I'll just hold your hand over the top rope. We'll do this safely. No broken necks, please.
Well, I mean, you're about to sell to men on a mission. So I mean, you gotta fucking pull out all the stops. And
the assisted senton.
Yeah, exactly. If you've got to go a little cruiserweight to get over, you gotta go a little cruiserweight to get over.
Right. Again. Right. we're probably sponsored by Belly to Belly and German Superlexes, but we're also sponsored by Hornitos. The amount of time I'm going to mention this, because to do that Superlex that they did on Mabel, both of them had to toke and take a shot of some Hornitos for that shit, because Jacques Rougeau midway hurt his back, and then he took a sneaky little shot, and he definitely had to do that to fucking execute that move, because
Raven had like a steroid in the corner, just shot it in his ass in between one of the downtimes and said, hey, get your ass back in there, Jacques.
He'll have a needle in his polo. So
he had enough pockets for it, so
For
shit,
real.
why not?
Jeez.
That Polo's a shady son of a bitch.
Gates, what was Men on a Mission's fucking finisher? I don't know.
I don't know.
Is that the assisted splashdown or something?
Oh, dude.
Stand on the fat guy and make him fall.
What do you call that? What's the technical term?
I'm looking this shit up.
I'm deferring to you, Kinny Killa. You're about to be professional here in a little
Men
bit.
on a Mission in wrestling.
That as your finisher, my man.
Double team moves, double drop kick, fucking lying. Who wrote that shit in Wikipedia? Alright, here we go. Drop toe hold Mo, running leg drop Mabel, right? Inverted suplex slam Mo, followed by a second rope diving leg drop onto the back of a face down opponent, Mabel. Then we have a stacked big splash. Mo jumps off the top rope onto Mabel, adding more weight to the big splash.
I've got a better name for that finisher than that. It should just be called You're Fucked.
Yeah.
Because once he lands it on you, you're fucked.
Done. Finished. Just as this match was, but the finish came with a count-out win for Men on a Mission, and they stole the belts. So,
oh yeah, because they did the stupid finish move
on the
outside.
Yeah. Dumb as fuck.
Yeah, outside. Definitely. You're fucked twice as hard.
All right, let's get off this. Let's get to the first of the main events. Lex Luger versus Big Yoko. Yep, that's right, Big Yoko. Fucking, they come out, Ronda Shear and Donnie fucking Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Do you know what Ronda Shear's famous for?
Well, she hosted USA's Up All Night, but I imagine it has something to do with being up all night.
Her and her partner invented the bra.
Oh, Jesus.
Which sold $72 million by 2010.
Well,
but 72. What the fuck? Like,
what are we doing with our lives?
Yeah,
boys?
why can't we come up with something that cool, Kenny?
She went in, man. She absolutely went in, and she's gazillionaire. For selling bras.
Gates, can we come up with any idea for, like, nut lifting or something like that?
Or self-slaying poon.
Yeah, you need to write your memoir, Slaying Poon for Money.
Or just sell the viewing of Blue Balls. There you go.
Yeah,
sell
there
the
you go.
viewing of
with blue pants thrown in for good measure. So.
Blue pants, get on over here, you
and
son
the blue
of a bitch.
meanie, the blue meanie and blue pants with blue balls. There you go.
Triple B, baby, triple
Talk
B.
about fucking American Horror Story, fucking freak show. Oh man! All
Only
right.
in America can you become a millionaire with inventing a better bra. So.
Mm-hmm. She needed it. All right. Perfect
She
returns.
needed it. She needed it. Thank you, kid.
Cookie, perfect returns. Where has he been?
I don't know where he's been, but he's stolen a lot of zebra skin. that costume was weird.
I need one of them, dude. That costume was epic, is what it was.
It's a full bodysuit referee outfit. I mean, that's just.
I mean, come on.
And Ronda Shear's looking at perfect, like, I wonder how perfect he really is, And it's.
Yeah, he inherited that from Beetlejuice, man. Beetlejuice did that shit first. Come on, he did that shit first.
True, he did.
Can you be more swagged out?
Luger comes out to a massive pop. Vince literally blows his load. No, but this is what I don't get, guys, right? This is what I don't get, right? Or the way Vince is like fucking blowing smoke, right? And you didn't even make him go over. Not once. Not once did he hold that title. You fucking pushed this guy like he was the next motherfucking Hulk Hogan. And he did not win shit. He didn't win. Absolutely.
A theme that would continue for Lex throughout the rest of his career after this, unfortunately.
Like, he didn't even make him win the Rumble outright. That's how fucked it was.
Well, he never wanted to repose all of his trust in Lex. And, if you listen to the stories or the rumors about this particular match, that, the original plan, you hear a lot of stuff. The original plan, though, was for Lex to go over and then Brett to take, to win the main event off of Lex. But that Lex was apparently out getting drunk, getting hammered, told some reporter from the New York Post exactly what was going to happen. And Vince said, all right,
I'm going to be the champ.
Yeah, I'm going to be the champ, and then Vince says, fuck you, you're not going to be the champ. So, yeah, credit to, if that's really what happened, then Vince sold the hell out of the fact that he was just so outraged by Perfect's deceit of everybody in this match. Lex Luger stands disqualified, and all this shit going on. Hey, we'll get to that. But, he wanted Luger to be the next Hulk Hogan. And Luger just never had Hogan's charisma, not in WWE, WCW, nowhere.
Exactly.
Luger just could never match Hogan's charisma, and
he was never that guy.
Vince was just always wanting another Hulk, and he never found it. And instead, he got a rattlesnake, and he said, "Oh, well, fuck, I don't need a Hulk anymore. I got a rattlesnake."
God damn, that's right.
That's right.
I got my own opinions about that motherfucker in the red and yellow, don't you? We know, Steve. We've heard it a lot of times, man.
So is it safe to say that Luger is overrated? Because I thought he was overrated.
I always thought he was overrated. You can argue that he had the best, one of the best, if not the best physiques in wrestling history. Him and Rick Rude are right up there, and you could throw in a few others. I'll give him that. He always had the look. And I remember as a kid, that was the deal with Luger. Like, you never really knew much about the guy, but you saw him, and it's like, this guy must, be a big deal. But you get older, you analyze the storylines, you analyze what was going on behind the scenes. And, he just, I don't know. He seemed kind of stiff.
One-dimensional.
One-dimensional. One-dimensional. Thank you, Dave. Like, in this match, it's on display. He only looked really good against big dudes like Yokozuna just because of the disparity and, the physique. But, what did he really do here? He opens it with those fucking clotheslines of his. Right. I think he hits it cross. What were you going to say, Cookie?
Those stupid punches as well.
Yeah, those are.
But he oversells the shit out of the fake part of it.
You mean like where he squats every time he punches? Exactly. He just didn't have much in his repertoire.
No, he didn't. And
do you think though that if he was against somebody like Shawn Michaels, he might have gotten over more? But instead of, don't get me wrong, Yokozuna was good, but he wasn't going to take a power slam off Lex Luger or anything.
I think you raise a good point, Cookie, because what kind of match would Lex Luger versus Bret Hart have been? Because you didn't get to see it in WWE, that's for damn sure.
It's like he didn't want to risk. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
I think Vince didn't want to risk Lex being exposed as badly as Bret would have exposed him, as just being this one-dimensional. This is all I can do. I can clothesline you. I can power slam you. I can torture rack you.
I'll squat punch you.
Yeah, squat punch. Beyond that, I really don't have.
Ow a lot when I'm getting
exactly.
Yes.
But no, you look at his matches against Ric Flair, right? And he was exposed badly in virtually all of those, except maybe one. I think, Lex just never was going to be the guy that Vince could say, yeah, this is the man right here. This is who I want to go with. And it was, at some point in this, in the build up to WrestleMania 10, at some point Vince decided to, shift course on this thing, and Lex bore the brunt of that in this match, which was really not that good of a match. So.
Well, what the hell was Lex Luger's first finisher again when he came on, when he was the narcissist? It was that steel plate in his arm.
But he does that in this match.
He does that.
Yeah,
like
the flying forearm.
And Lex,
what is that?
And Lex never used the torture rack.
No. He would be so over if he fucking. All right, fair enough. He wouldn't be so over. Come on, it's Lex Luger.
He would have been more over.
He would have been more over with that torture rack, making people submit and shit.
I never understood why they didn't. Why, like Gates is saying, why they just forgot the torture rack
and they
go with this.
I
got a steel plate in my arm because I'm an idiot and wrecked on my motorcycle, so I'm going to use this to my advantage. And knock people.
he came in as a heel in it, so So I could understand why they would use that, you know.
Sure,
He's knocking out everybody.
But once he became a face, I mean, that torture rack would have been a great move, you know. I mean, and who wouldn't have wanted to see Ken Lex get Yoko up in the rack? Well, no, couldn't have.
God, do you remember how awkward it was when he debuted and fucking Heenan was like slobbering over him?
Oh man, we did
like,
that. That was our first. That was what's it called?
God, I was like,
Rumble 93, man.
I was like, what am I? What
the
am I?
Narcissus.
I gotta tell you guys, because I was at WrestleMania 9 in Vegas. I was actually there, and when they brought out all the mirrors and they're trying to pose, and the wind is blowing sparks into the fucking audience, and you're like, Jesus, this is so bad.
Oh man, jeez. All right, so Cookie, what did you think of this match? Because I didn't like their first one, and I thought this one was worse.
Yeah, I thought it was just. I could imagine them doing this on a house show every week. This sort of match. It was just the extra shenanigans with Mr. Perfect that made it seem better. I don't know. It's just not good.
All right, there you go. United just scored. There you fucking go. Yes.
Leave Mr. Fuji alone, you son of a bitch. Just because you don't have talent doesn't mean you don't fuck with Fuji.
Oh man. All right, so. Finish comes when Luger hits a forearm. Perfect pulls the dusty finish, and we get a DQ. End of story. Then they have a little argument backstage. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
I just like the way Mr. Perfect. He sort of like went, and I'm sticking to it.
That's right. I don't know what to say, but fuck it, I'm gonna say this anyway.
Man, all right. So we're gonna go to a break right now. But then we'll be back with HBK versus Razor, Scott Hall. Then we'll have the main event, Bret Hart versus Big Yoko. Match of the night, pay-per-view, MVP, pay-per-view rating, and Cookie's top 5. So please, don't you miss it, brother.
The mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Net Carrier has many great products and services to increase your bottom line. Be sure to ask your Net Carrier representative about our hosted PBX. Call Net Carrier today for a free analysis of your phone bills. 877-255-7733. That's right, 877-255-7733. Call now.
Let's get it on!
It happens every morning. You watch Raw, and then you react to it. 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Every single Monday. Join Tony and Sarah, Harry Broadhurst, and Jimmy Christopher for the Raw Reaction worldwide on the VOC Nation.
The most polarizing personalities worldwide. This is the VOC Nation.
And we're back, people. It is the Retro Roundtable, episode 16, Wrestlemania 10. I am your boy, Kinny Killa. He is the Cookie Cutter podcaster, Michael Cook, and we also have on the show the return again of Dave and Gates from Attitude of Agression podcast. That's right, my brothers from another, all the way over
Doing the
stateside.
thing. It's good to be in the motherland, Kenny. It's good to be in the motherland.
Slang prune. It's always good to be with you, Kenny and Cookie. So.
Hey man, it's just great to have you on, guys. So we're gonna go to another top match, one of the best ladder matches ever. HBK, my man, my favorite wrestler of all time, versus Reza Ramon.
Whoa! There's a match before this.
No, it's after this.
Oh, it's after this.
It's after this. I know what you're thinking, but it's after this.
Man. I barely mentioned the Earthquake, so we'll get to the Earthquake, don't we?
The Earthquake.
The Earthquake, right. Yeah.
Dino Bravo.
Listen, Dino Bravo, SummerSlam 1990. I fucking love that promo. Nobody's gonna stop the Earthquake. You can't stop the Earthquake. Hogan, you're finished. We're gonna get you. We'll cripple you. You know what I'm talking about.
I know you're gonna get gunned down in a few years, Dino. That's all I know.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Sorry.
Oh man, sorry about your
poor
damn
Dino.
luck.
What a shitty way to go out, man. That's just.
Oh man, but he christened the Earthquake, so
he did.
There you go. I barely even wrote anything about the Earthquake. I don't even think I wrote even. Well, we could talk about it after because I know Gates got something to say. But
there's not much to write about it.
I didn't write shit. HBK versus Razor. Ring announcer said, "For the following contest, there are no rules." Fucking lies, mate. Yeah. Fucking lies.
What's the ladders doing there then?
Yeah. Well, somebody's got to be able to win this thing, right?
Oh man. This was 1994. Dave, look at what this fucking title means to them. Everything.
The Intercontinental Championship?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, it was a major, huge, big deal back then. And this, and putting it on the line in this sort of environment was massive. Yeah, it's not like it is now where the IC title is it's just this forgotten thing. I mean, you're talking about the title that was held by Savage and Warrior, and yeah, I mean Honky Tonk Man too as well. But I mean, it was a totally different ball game back then, and this match really showed just how much it meant.
Well, the IC title main evented house shows as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like the B-Towns and all that sort of thing.
And it should have. I mean, it has always been, or, up until, I don't know when it just went and took a major shit, but at some point, I mean, this used to be, the IC title was the launching pad. Here's your next world champion, or the next serious challenge to the world champion is getting, well, a Honky Tonk Man never was going to get there, but that's another story. But still, this was the most sought after title next to the big one. I mean, Hogan was going to be the man, and you knew that. But the IC title was the workers' title. This is the guy who was going to, like you're saying, Cookie, would go to the house shows, defend the title. So he was the true, the foundation of WWF back then. And so this title was a really big deal.
And especially now that this era that we're coming into is like the workhorse era.
Right,
so
exactly.
There's nobody hulking up or running up and down like the Warrior.
No, and you got the dividing line between the world champ and the IC champ was even smaller during this time frame, because you got Bret as the champ usually, Shawn as the IC champ a lot of the time. So yeah, I mean the line of demarcation between those two titles was dwindling quickly.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Hey, so to begin the match, HBK and Razor, they tie up, go back and forth until HBK hits a flip and gets taken out by a huge chokeslam. Seems like people, called dibs on Taker's moves in this pay-per-view, man. It's like, yep, chokeslam. Sorry. Razor's punches, man. I keep saying it. Like, his punches were so good.
Yeah, they were kind of the precursor to The Rock. The Rock kind of had like those open hand, but like he hit him with a lot of swagger, and like he just worked stiff as fuck with them. Yeah, Razor's punches were fucking. I always thought they were on point.
And HBK just selling and bumping the hell all over the place. The spit flying everywhere.
Yeah, spitting in the air.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. Another person's punches I liked, Kurt Angle's, man. Loved Angle's punches. Loved it. Anyway. Nice baseball slide on the ladder onto Razor. HBK goes up for the ladder. Razor tries to stop him and just pulls down HBK's tights. Just like, there you go. Talk about a moonshine.
I'm surprised Vince didn't blow his load right there, Kenny.
How raw are we going to get?
Oh, we're going to get very raw.
Oh,
oh man. Bringing down the girl's panties. Oh, I mean,
bring it down the
The worst thing about it, though, HBK just says, fuck it, and just performs a fucking bare-ass elbow drop.
Yes.
Oh, he loves it.
He's just like, there you go, this one's for the ladies and the men.
And this one's for you, Vince.
Yeah, eat your heart out, Savage.
Hands off the merchandise. HBK then goes for that famous splash off the ladder, man. I love that one. Love it. It seems like he's in midair for ages.
He was picking out Wrestlemania moments all over the place. Shawn Michaels, like he knew this would be history. This match. So it's really good.
I just fucking erupted on that splash off the ladder. I mean, when you just think about just how fucking new all this was, just something as simple as that, just fucking set the house on fire.
HBK was quite creative with the ladder. I've got a fucking bulb loose. If he wants to use, that ladder creatively and go and fix my bowl, can do that shit with his cowboy boots. But watching this again, it was so cool to see, man. Just remembering the feud and just comparing it to anything that's happening right now, Gates.
Well, if you're asking me to compare this to anything happening right now or anything that's like close to this, I'm gonna have a hard time comparing. I mean, just all I can say is he's like Shawn Michaels at this time was kind of like a wrestler similar to, I'd say Tyler Breeze or in the mold of Dolph Ziggler. I mean, obviously he's the showstopper in the main event, so I mean his pop was better and he's new. But I mean, that's kind of the mold, as far as like the wrestlers he's like nowadays. He just, like you said, he was on full display. It wasn't only with what he did with the ladder, but I mean, the fucking bumps he took on that ladder. I mean, the bumps he took on that ladder, being slingshotted, outside of the ring onto the ladder, just the whole of it, being slingshotted in the ring. He hits the turnbuckle and hits the ladder, and he and both the ladder, I think, go, flying to the outside of the ring. The man just fucking put it, went balls to the wall.
But Razor, on the other hand, he fucking bumped the safest way off the ladder ever. Like, the way he fell off ladders. I thought, come on, you pussy. Come on. I wouldn't say that to his face, man, because Razor would carve me up. Anyway.
Dude, Razor's such a badass, man.
Oh, man. It was a nice switching music on Razor, followed by a fucking jumping power driver. That shit will get you fined $100,000 today.
Yeah, that power driver, that pile driver was fucking rough, man. I mean, it looked like Razor was literally grabbing his head in pain, like, motherfucker, my people are talking to your people after this.
Yeah.
I want some compensation from this shit.
Jesus.
Oh man. But the finish, so good, Cookie Man. HBK, the selling of this guy, I need to give him an Oscar right now. He was having a full-on scrap with that top rope.
Oh, that was brilliant, and the crowd were going crazy for Razor to get those belts, and he was just caught with his leg. Then he managed to get himself free, and then he got his arm stuck, and then perfect.
Yeah.
Oh
man, it was great. It was absolutely great.
It just showed the desperation that he was trying to get his belts back. It's brilliant.
Razor, climbs up the ladder. Hey, yeah, and he wins. There you go. HBK Razor 2 belts. And then
they almost didn't come off as well. The way he pulled them, I thought he's going to just land on his back. And,
well, hey, I mean, Kenny, you're talking about Razor not bumping, but the best bump he takes is when he grabs the belts and falls from the top of the ladder as the undisputed champion. That's the best bump he takes the entire match.
He does a fucking, what's it called, Piper promo. She be mine. He needs to get those belts.
What about when Shawn Michaels splits his nuts on the top rope coming off the ladder? The ladder's teetering, but Shawn Michaels kicks his leg out to accommodate the nut crunch.
Oh, he did the same thing with the slingshot when he slingshot onto the ladder and he just swings on the ladder to make himself drop. And the ladder drop on top of him.
When they're outside of the ring?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Jesus, that was rough.
Oh man, but that again, we had 2 5-star matches, man, on this show.
Yeah.
That was just great, man. One of my favorite matches.
Favorite ladder match of all time.
And look at what it led to. Look at the legacy that match left. I mean, it created a whole. I mean, we've got a whole fucking pay-per-view coming up tomorrow that stemmed from this one match.
Yeah, true.
But back then, ladder matches had a reason for it.
Yeah.
Where this one, like Sheamus, there's no reason for a ladder match.
No. Other than that, we've got a pay-per-view named after it, so we got to have at least one of these ladder matches.
We got to put some asses in the seat, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like Schiavone says, that'll put some butts in the seats.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's tell you what else put some butts in the seats. The Earthquake doing an impromptu run-in on Adam Bomb.
And a 34-second victory, yeah. I mean, Harvey Wimpleman just going off on the poor thing and that Lego paste on. How many bitches haircut do we have?
Ripping his suit.
Yeah, ripping his suit, and Fink just shoving Wimpleman down, and Adam Bomb coming in like, I'm gonna rip your head off, Fink, and Earthquake's like, oh, not so fast, dickhead, and just it's throwaway match, and lost in all this was this goes back to the ladder match. They had all those guys in the back, right? They had Martel, Double J, the Head Shrinkers, and they're all like, no one could agree who's going to be the captain, right? Well, what I've come to understand over the years is that there was supposed to be this 10-man match, but that Shawn and Razor, during the ladder match, the referee's trying to get them to finish because he was in his ear, or Vince or somebody, with the guy in the back was saying, look, end this thing, and I guess it's one of the Hebners, either Dave or Earl, and you can see him out at the floor of the ring as this match is going on, kind of looking at the guys like, hey, come on, get it going. And Razor and Sean are both like, fuck you. We know what we got going on here, and it's going to be a lot better than that bullshit 10-man clusterfuck you've got. And so they just kept going, and that's why they did that whole segment. And I mean, imagine if they cut that match short to put in this shitty 10-man tag. How different things would have been.
Well, yeah, and according to Bob Holly in the back, Savage was fucking going berserk. I heard Bob Holly in a shoot promo just saying, Savage, that was very selfish, boys. That was very selfish going over time right there. But it's like, man, when you got gold.
But Savage, the only reason he said it is because he knew that his match with Steamboat had just been
eclipsed. Exactly. Yeah. He's known for being a jealous son of a bitch. He knew that those two guys had stolen the show. No, I think what set him off was the full moon elbow.
Yeah.
You motherfucker. Yeah. You don't ever upstage me like that again. Yeah.
An elbow drop off a ladder? Hell no.
If anyone elbows bare ass Wrestlemania, it's me, brother. Dig it. Yeah. If anyone see my ass, it would be awesome, but they don't. So, your ass will be all that's left over the mat in Wrestlemania 5.
Oh my God, I am glad you just said that, man. I looked at that promo the other day, and I just could not stop laughing. He looked like he was about to explode.
Beetroot red.
Your ass
oh my
has
God.
lost its eyes for Elizabeth.
Yeah, you got lust in your eyes. All right, let's get on to the main event, boys. Right, Brett versus Yoko. The package for this, Gates. What the hell? Did you see the package for this?
Yeah, now here's the thing. They did the video package. Now, I remember specifically when this actually came out, they used Tom Petty's Running Down a Dream was the music. But now if you watch it back on the network, it's like, what the fuck is this shit?
What was it?
It's some generic music that they just kind of put together that kind of goes with the motion. You got to watch it on the network. I don't know if they ran into a licensing issue with Tom Petty or something, but I'm like, hey, wait a second. I remember what song this was, and it sure as hell isn't this crap.
You can't pull the wool over my eyes.
So, I mean, you're gonna talk about this package. Well, it got a lot worse, Kenny, because now they've revamped it with like it's like I can come up with better shit than this on Rock Band. And it's just like, or Garage Band, excuse me. Or probably Rock Band too. Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, fuck it. But yeah, me and Cookie, we have this discussion all the time when we're going through the pay-per-views. Like when they decide to change bloody Dusty Rhodes music to some fucking Wheel of Fortune spin-off. Like,
like
my God.
What is it? Is it Starrcade 84? Where he comes out, Dusty comes out, and instead of the music he had at the time, it's now like 70s porn music, and it's like, wow. It's gonna like strip down. Should I be like getting the Vaseline and the Aqua Lube ready?
Oh
what the
my God!
What is happening right now?
I
They
don't
even
know.
changed Hillbilly Jimmy's
What
music.
is happening?
Man, even Demolition. They changed Demolition's music to.
What?
Yep. They changed Demolition's music to like some crazy ass, I don't know what it was. Man, they just I don't know what happened, but you can't fucking mess with the Here Comes the X and Here Comes the Smasher.
They really wiped out their entrance music? I wonder why.
Dude,
they own the rights to that.
I don't know why.
That was beautiful, Kenny.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, Kenny,
right, so
if your career in wrestling doesn't work out, you might have something in singing. So
if you want to shoot Attitude of Aggression some jingles, between our segments, that'd be fantastic.
Hey man, just shoot over some shit. I'll jam to whatever, man.
That could be
I'll spit bars to whatever, man. I don't know if you heard my New Day diss that I put out when New Day first came around, and we were all ranting because it's like forcing them to be black. That's not the gimmick. You don't have to be black. That's not the gimmick. But the New Day diss, it was great. So if you can go back, the show is named New Day Diss, and it's a great show. Anyway,
I think you should rename it Kenny Sings the Classics. That's what
Here comes the shine. Here comes the Coors Light.
Right, let's get into this match. Love how Brett is so professional. Just selling the injury. Yoko just goes straight after him.
Oh, definitely. And did you see the promo before that with Jim Cornette?
Oh my God!
I saw your knee. Don't forget we didn't see it. That was brilliant.
Oh man!
I mean, Cornette knocked it so far out of the park with that promo that ball's still in orbit somewhere. I mean, that was fantastic. I mean, Cornette just, Bret Hart, you've been humiliated by your brother and your knee injury. Don't think we didn't notice that, and it's like, it's just little subtle things that Cornette throws in there that you're like, wow, that's awesome. And
I wish Cornette was around more, man. Like, he was just...
I do too.
Could you imagine him and Heyman going back and forth? Oh, my God. Like,
there's a lot of history there between those two as well.
Oh, yeah. I just love the fact he stayed around. We had the Heavenly Bodies. Oh, man, it was just great. It was all Yoko, though, until he misses a splash. Yoko played such a good big man. He was agile, Gates. He was hard to get down, powerful moves, and a believable beast.
I've always said that Yoko's my favorite big man. Yokozuna's my favorite big man in wrestling history. Yes, Dave, even over Andre. I'm
not gonna. Horrendously underrated as a champion.
Agile, and not just agile for a big man, but like the guy moved quick. The thing with Yokozuna, and you saw it, Yokozuna, and you saw it in this match was, what I loved with Yokozuna is he could take a beating, he could sell like a motherfucker, but then for being such a big guy, he could just land these strikes, these random punches, kind of like the precursor to Kane style punch he used. He had that sidekick that would just come out of nowhere, and the guy is fucking massive. So yeah, I agree, one of the best big men in the business, and it was on display in this match. Definitely on display in this match. He was just quick as a fucking cat with his strikes, and you just don't see that with guys that big. You really don't.
When he tries to hit that the avalanche that he misses, that kind of turns the match around. Just the fact that he got across the ring as quickly as he could at 450, 500 pounds is nothing short of remarkable. You don't see stuff like that nowadays.
And his second match of the night as well.
Yeah, exactly.
He did double duty. He did a Seth Rollins, goddammit. Yeah. Jeez. Cookie, what did you think of Piper's role during the match?
I thought it was, let's be the opposite of a heel Mr. Perfect and call it straight down the line. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it just it looked as though you could trust him to do this properly, like do a better job than Mr. Perfect. And he was taking no shit of anybody.
I agree with Cookie completely. He did a great job as he let them punch. He didn't get on him about that, but then he broke when he was supposed to. Cornette drags him out of the ring. I love where Roddy just throws his arms up. Oh, I'm sorry, I got to do this. But wham, and he knocks Cornette's ass out. Gets back in the ring and just tells the guys, all right, get back to it. I thought Piper was fantastic in this role.
Bret was doing a great job with his babyface comeback just until he got caught off guard. Got caught off the top rope into a dirty belly-to-belly suplex. He just caught him in midair, just held onto him and just flung him around.
That's the other thing too. Yokozuna, one of the best belly-to-belly suplexes in wrestling history, man.
One of the best belly-to-bellies, one of the best leg drops. Fuck you, Hogan. One of the best leg drops. If that leg drop hits, you're done.
You're done. You might fucking not have a throat.
Oh god. Yeah.
Or a head.
Match finishes here when Yoko goes for the bonsai drop, loses his foot in, and Bret just gets the pin. New WF champion.
What a great way to finish the match too.
Crowd loses their shit, literally, loses their shit. Bret deserved it though, didn't he? He definitely deserved it.
Oh, definitely after the year of people changing matches for him, like Bret and Hulk Hogan. So he definitely deserved. He paid his dues for that 1993, definitely.
Oh man. Dave, what was your thoughts on the finish though? The whole the way they lifted him up, and even the finish with Yoko, big Yoko drop in, and even Owen coming out at the end.
Well, I didn't like the finish because I thought it would have been better had Bret moved out, had Yoko hit the bonsai and Bret moved out of the way at the last second, and then somehow hit some move off the top rope off of a stunned Yoko. It would have been more impactful. You could tell when Bret got the 3 count, the crowd was certainly not expecting the 3 count to come down right there, and that's why you're. What's that?
I guess it did seem as though it was a fluke. So.
It did. And it didn't seem like that would be the move that would end Yokozuna's almost 1-year reign as WWF champion. So I thought they could have done the finish better, but that's really nitpicking. The kind of the stare down between Luger and Bret was interesting. Everybody hoisting him on their shoulders like it's the end of Rudy all over again. And then you know, Owen kind of staring him down, and Savage inviting Owen into the ring. I'm not sure to fight or just to congratulate his brother. And Vince McMahon is like, "Hey, ring's filling up with humanity, and I'm gonna join them too. I'm out of here, bitches. How many bitches? I'm out of here." So, you know, so Vince gets in the ring, and I thought, you know, the whole thing about, well, this is a blast off of the next generation. You know, kind of the finish notwithstanding, a little bit of whining there about just I think they could have pulled it off a little bit better, but otherwise, I mean, WrestleMania 10. You know, I mean, I got to tell you guys, like a couple years ago when I was still writing for Bleacher Report regularly, I did an article, the top 10 WrestleManias of all time. I had WrestleMania 10 at number 4 of all time. And
oh shit, that was you. I read that article.
That was me, Kenny. That's right. Kenny's like, oh shit, that's Dave. Yeah, and I had this at number 4. And as good as WrestleMania 31 was, I don't think I would have bumped that over it. I mean, it's. You know, you think about the fact that this is the first WrestleMania that didn't have Hulk Hogan on it, and they pulled off something where all these storylines crisscrossed together and came up with pretty satisfying conclusions to almost all of them, and that they pulled this off at Madison Square Garden with all this pressure and everything going on. I think WrestleMania 10 is a phenomenal success.
Yeah, I have to agree with that one. And that was the end of WrestleMania 10. Really, really good pay-per-view. One of my favorite WrestleManias. And yeah, it was just great to rewatch this, to be honest. It was great to rewatch. Right, so Cookie, match of the night.
Oh, I'll give it to the ladder match. I thought it was just them two basically saying, yeah, Brett and Yoko's the main event, but I'm going to steal the show here, so I'll go for that one.
Dave, pay-per-view MVP.
I think you got to give it to Bret Hart, just because of the fact that he put his brother over so brilliantly in the opening match, sold the psychological and physical damage of that match so well during the main event, and still... And they righted, like Cookie was saying, they righted the wrong of 1993 very well with the end of this whole pay-per-view and said, Bret's the man, we're going to go with him. And I think Bret didn't do anything in this pay-per-view that would tell me that he didn't deserve to be the MVP.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Gates, please let the people know your pay-per-view rating out of 10, please.
8.5 on this one. 8.5, possibly 9. Let's go 8.75. Final answer, Regis.
Oh my god! Oh, nice one.
Can I give you my MVP of the night real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Adam Bomb. For when, you know, it could not have been pleasant to lie there for the 3 count while Earthquake had his nuts right in your face.
Oh man!
Earthquake had no business beating Adam Bomb at that point.
And Adam Bomb, I'm sure, thought he has no business with his nuts in my face for the 3 count. That could not have been pleasant.
It must have tasted awful.
Wait, Kenny, can I give you my MVP?
Here we go.
Yeah, go ahead.
My MVP is the fucking Bill Clinton look-alike.
What the fuck? Why have we not talked about that?
I thought, listen, I was going to leave that completely off the show. But there we go.
It was so fucking bad, but the fact that he got to sit next to Jack the Poon Slayer Tunney the entire has got to count for something.
You know, Jack Tunney was like, you and me, Bill. You and me after this.
That's what they've been doing. That's why they both look so tired. That's what they've been doing.
I love Todd Pettengill selling like he's intimidated.
Oh, that fucking Canuck.
This shit impersonation of Bill Clinton. I'm like, oh fuck, you know.
I couldn't, like, I just realized how much I hate Todd Pettengill. Fucking this Canuck.
Just to put over IRS, right?
Oh, God.
Just to put over Bill Clinton, actually. I don't know.
Jesus Lord.
Anywho, all right.
Poon Slayers. There's the ultimate Poon Slayer, President Clinton.
Ew.
Hail to the chief.
Greatest president.
There you go. Right, time for Cookie's top 5. Cookie, what you got for us?
Well, seeing that this was Macho Man's last Mania, I'm gonna put the top 5 Macho Man Mania matches or moments. Wow. And this was really
let's
tough.
Bring it on, Cookie.
This is really tough, this one. Number 5, I'll go for WrestleMania 4, just the entire tournament, basically. Mm-hmm. Hogan going up to do bloody no all's bad. So, they needed a new guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, Macho Man winning the title. Number 4, this was my first WrestleMania I saw live, WrestleMania 8.
Oh, yeah.
Against Ric Flair. and I was desperate to see Macho Man win the title, and that was perfect when he did. Well, you didn't get to see Miss Elizabeth's poster that Mr. Perfect had.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a copy of it, Cookie, if you want.
Oh, wow, so. Right. Now, the next two was really tough. But I was going to go for number 3, Macho Man and Hulk Hogan at
WrestleMania 5! I've been shitting a week, Hogan, and it's all your fault.
It just had the perfect year-long story. Can you imagine that today? They can't even think a week in advance.
I know.
No, the only thing that comes close is the Cena Rock build for 1 year. Yeah. But I mean, even then it was just like, we're going to announce in a year in advance that we're going to face each other, and then we're going to have like no interaction except for one match of Survivor. But yeah, like you're saying, they built the Mega Power breakup brilliantly for a year. And
just like Survivor Series, Hulk Hogan lifting up Miss Elizabeth and Macho Man's going, "What the fuck?"
and props to Randy Savage being one of the few, if not the only wrestler who is capable of making Hogan just not look like a lazy piece of shit in the ring, man.
Yeah, and well, that goes to number 2. I'll put Macho Man and Ricky Steamboat. Oh, yeah. Maybe Macho Man proving that he's better than Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan is a lazy piece of shit. And having a 10-star classic with Ricky Steamboat at Mania 3. But number 1, just again, for the storyline alone, the retirement match at Mania 7.
Oh, yeah.
Macho King versus Ultimate Warrior. It brought people to tears.
Tears, man. Fuck. I mean,
has Warrior ever looked better? I mean, maybe the match against Hogan, yeah, possibly, but this match against Savage was Warrior's never looked better.
Yeah, it almost brought a tear to my eye. Even to this day, I watch it. You can just think of the build-up and the history with Miss Elizabeth and Randy Savage,
and all the women dislocating their jaws to cry.
Yeah, man, it was just fucking ridiculous.
Oh man,
Cookie.
Good fucking
list.
Man,
definitely, Cookie. That's one of your best, mate. Definitely. That's the end of the show, people. That is the end of the show. End of Retro Roundtable episode 16. Oh man, it's been a great one. I've just been happy to go over WrestleMania 10 again. Right, I want to say a massive thanks to Attitude of Aggression hosts Dave and Gates. Guys, I mean this run with you guys has just been great. We've had so much good shows together. We've had what, 4, 5?
Yeah, at least, and possibly more to come, right?
Oh, definitely more to come. You know that's right.
Oh, God damn, you know that's right.
You know that's right.
Are you still on the phone with those boys?
God damn, you know that's right.
They haven't kicked you guys off yet? No, Steve, they actually like us. What the fuck is wrong with them?
You kept quiet, Austin. You kept quiet, that's why.
Well, I had my pants off, Cookie, so, you know.
Get out! Out!
Oh, man. Guys, let the people know where they can find you on the Twitter.
Absolutely. So, Attitude of Aggression, available on iTunes and Stitcher. If you want to email us questions, comments, you want to, send Steve a question, whatever you want to do, then hit us up at attitudeofaggression@gmail.com. The website is www.attitudeofaggression.com. On Facebook, we are at facebook.com/attitudeofaggression. Please hit the like button. Why, Gates?
Because we like the likes.
Exactly.
We like them a lot.
Exactly. On Twitter, we are at AttitudeAg. That is at AttitudeAGG. Unlike Kinny, we do have an Instagram account, and it is at Attitude of Aggression. We've also just launched the YouTube channel. Gates, do you have any info on that as to how they can contact?
Just look up Attitude of Aggression on YouTube. You'll find our channel. It's still in the very early stages, but as I've been saying, we have big plans for it.
I got to get Gates to remove the German dungeon porn from the fucking channel, but beyond that, we should be good.
That playlist is not coming off. We fucking talked about this repeatedly.
Sorry. Goddamn, Dave, I don't want that to come off the play. I know, Steve. You made your point perfectly clear. All right.
Oh, man. As I always do every Sunday Segue, I always give you guys a shout out. So Segheads should be listening by now. And if you're not, make sure you are. All right.
Yeah. Where else are you going to hear Steve Austin on a weekly basis just talk some crazy shit? So,
Cookie, man, I can't do this on a Saturday without you, my friend. Let the people know. Sorry, just had to sneeze.
It's contagious. It's contagious across the sea.
Damn you, Gates! I knew you were gonna get me back for that remark I made.
I am not Elias Sampson.
But are you the guitarist in those new vignettes? That's what I want.
I am what I am. Well, I still don't understand. Why am I getting heat for this? I did not. I categorically deny.
it's just good little manufactured.
I know. It's just I just love that's the banter we got. Yeah, Cookie, let the people know where you can find you on Twitter.
You can find me at the M Cook, and I'd like to thank Jack Daniels for accompanying me to the show today. He's been really great pal.
Oh damn, you know that's right.
Jack Daniels is a good man. You're a really good man.
Oh man, so it's gonna be a little rest for a while from the wrestling, because the Retro Roundtable will be entering the 80s 90s era. That's right, the next show will be 80s 90s kids, and we're gonna be looking at 80s 90s cartoons. We are gonna have a laugh listening to these fucking intros. Oh my god, it's gonna be so good. And we're gonna be looking at also after that, the month after, we're gonna be looking at 80s 90s TV shows. And then after that, we'll be looking at films, even toys, man. We're going to be going in. We are going to be going in. And it's going to be a laugh. And I will be definitely inviting you guys back on for one of those shows, because I would like to know what it was like in the 80s and 90s growing up for you cats.
Yo,
so
if you all do a show on the 80s, 90s wrestling action figures, I beg of you to have the Attitude of Aggression on. I beg.
But that's it. But that's going to be the show. Attitude of Aggression, Retro Roundtable. We'll just be talking about wrestling toys. That's right. We'll be talking about Jake the Snake that comes with the snake and his arm you pull back and springs forward. Bam.
G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip? Come on.
Oh, God. All right. Yeah. So we're going to play out the show today with WrestleMania.
Oh, that's classic. Great stuff, Kitty.
Pump it up. So, yeah, we're going to do that. So make sure you check us out next month, brother.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. Check out Sunday Segue every month, or we're going to sick Steve and his fucking pantsless ass on your...
Tatanka will be successful. Hey, ever since I was a little bitty boy, I wanted to do one thing and one thing only, and that's to be a law enforcement officer. Treat other people like you'd want to be treated. Try to walk the straight and narrow, because that's the only way you're going to survive in this life. Who will survive?
Something, boys. I am the World Wrestling Federation champion. The excellence of execution is on top. There's a new gun in town.